this whole book I'm just like, you need to go to therapy. Like, that's it. Like, hi friends, my name's Naomi. Welcome back to my channel. So good morning. It is freaking 7:30 a.m. and I usually wake up at 7, but I usually am up before my alarm goes off. So I was just scrolling through my Instagram and I saw that my friend Sean from Sean Connolly posted that he was going to participate in a 24-hour readathon that my other friend Lucy from Library of Lucy is hosting. So I checked it out and it was supposed to start at 10 a.m. BST, which is British summertime, and that means that this readathon pretty much started about 5 a.m. my time. So it started about 2 hours ago and I was like, should I start it at 10 or should I just start it now? So I just decided I'm gonna start it and I'm gonna do it at the same time as them, and I'm gonna be actually DMing them soon just to like have buddies for this readathon. But it basically, like I said, starts 5 a.m. my time on today, Tuesday, and it'll end at the same time tomorrow, Wednesday. Obviously, I'm not gonna be pulling an all-nighter. I work and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a little read with me for 24 hours type thing. This is very impromptu because I literally have to go to the office today, so like I'm not gonna have that much time to read, but I'm almost done with the book. I have a couple graphic novels and I have some audiobooks, so I just wanted to participate very impromptu and see how much I can get done. It is the last couple of days in July and I have a lot of books that are rolling over to August, so if I can get some of these read, that would be amazing. So here's my little TBR. I'm gonna mood read. We'll see what I pick up and what happens. Obviously audiobooks are a must for this because it's 24 hours and I'm gonna be at work. I do have like some mindless work that I'm able to like sometimes listen to music or listen to an audiobook, so I might try to do that. But I don't even know if I should count this for this, but I am currently reading Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I legit have like 40 pages left of this, so like not even 100, but I'll still count the 40 pages that I read for this. And then I have 2 graphic novels that I want to read. So one of them is a manga, and that is Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1. Got this from the library. This was going to be my next read anyway, so, and this is perfect for 24-hour readathon. And I also have this graphic novel that was sent to me, and I'm terribly sorry because I don't remember who sent this my way. So HarperCollins sent me this my way, and it is a little graphic novel. It's called Remarkably Ruby, and it's kind of like about this young girl in middle school, and I low-key love this type of graphic novels, like the awkwardness and wanting to be popular and all of that. I love those. So I have this also, and it looks chunky, but like literally some of the pages are like just a couple of text, like just a little bit of text. So I'm excited to maybe get to this today. And then I have 3 books. Obviously this isn't going to happen, but the reason why they're here is because one of them is super short, the other one's contemporary / romance, and the other one's contemporary, and usually those type of audiobooks just fly by for me. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe picking up Only Human by Sylvain Neuvel. These are such quick reads because these are in interview format. This is sci-fi, so I don't know how I feel right now about what I want to read, but yes, this is the 3rd book in the Sleeping Giants series also. And then I have The Spanish Love Deception, which is a bit chunkier. I don't know how long this book is. This is 437 pages, so I don't know about this one. But even if I get to start it and I get a good way, like a good chunk read, that would be super successful for me anyway. But yeah, these type of contemporary romance type of books, like the audiobooks are super easy to just listen to and not really miss anything. So I was thinking about this. And the last book that I thought could also be a possibility for depending how I feel is Yolk by Marie H.K. Choi. And this one's almost 400 pages too, so we'll see about that. But this one's also contemporary about these 2 sisters that don't have a very good relationship, and then one of them finds out that she has cancer and they try to amend their relationship. So maybe I won't pick this up because I might be like crying at work if I'm listening to this, but we'll see. But yeah, like I said, it is currently 7:30 a.m. I'm about to go downstairs, pack up my lunch, get like my protein shake ready, and just listen to the audiobook for Ugly Love, and maybe I get it done before I even leave the house, and I'll be headed to work. I'm also actually, I have to stop at the post office because I am mailing an ARC to my friend Jordan over at Sorry Booked Solid. I actually did a little clean out in my house, and I got rid of a lot of books, sold them at half-price books, and got rid of a whole bunch of ARCs that were not outdated, but they've already been released, and I just never got to them and wasn't really interested in stuff in them. Or I had like multiple copies of an ARC, so I actually did a little clean out, and I asked some friends if they wanted any ARCs, and Jordan wanted one, and a couple of my IRL friends wanted some too, and then the rest I donated at my little free library, which I'm so thankful that I have one near me. But yeah, besides work, I actually have a live show tonight with Alicia from Alicia Guzman. I feel terrible because I actually DNF'd the book, so we'll see how that conversation goes. And I do have to edit some videos, so my August TBR, and then also a reel that I just filmed yesterday. So I do have to edit those, and that's pretty much it. That's all I have going on today, so hopefully I get to read a lot. Okay, so for breakfast I've been making these protein shakes, and this one has coffee, almond milk, banana, chocolate, protein powder, yogurt, and these are so good. And I always have extra, so I'll just drink this before I even get to work. You know what's also perfect? That the straw and lid for my cup fit perfectly into my NutriBullet, so I just drink this while I'm doing dishes in the morning. Alrighty, so I am still at home, haven't left for work yet. It is 8:07 a.m. I should get going because I have to go to the post office before I go into the office. But I just finished Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. So I read the last 40 pages of this book while I was getting ready for the day, and I mean, I'm low-key happy that I read this during like some type of vlog because I have thoughts about this book. So gosh, I think I'm gonna give this a 3 on Goodreads, but honestly this is like a 2.5. I'm not giving it a 2 because usually 2 stars for me are books that I did not enjoy, and I'm going to say that I did enjoy this for the most part. It was pretty easy to read. I started this yesterday morning, by the way, so I read it in about 24 hours. So it was a super quick read. It's a very simple story. It's like easy to follow. It's a romance. I just hated the guy. What's his name? Miles? Hated Miles so much. And the fact that everyone calls this the pilot book, and like, yes, a lot of the characters in this book are pilots, including the romance, like the love interest, Miles. But like, you don't see it pretty much ever. Like, there's one scene in a plane like at the end of the book, and yeah, I thought it would include the whole pilot thing a lot more. But yeah, honestly, like, to be completely blunt, Miles, the love interest, he's just like an ass. Like, that's just what it is. Like, this whole book, I'm just like, you need to go to therapy. Like, that's it. Like, just go to therapy, get your stuff figured out. I just thought this book was like, it's so bad. Women that think that this type of relationship, it's like romantic, because it's not. Like, I've experienced like a toxic relationship before, and it's not cute. Like, it's really not cute, and I feel like Colleen Hoover in this book was trying to like romanticize that. So that was like a big issue for me. So yeah, I did not like this because I just thought it was kind of toxic the way that like she was kind of romanticizing Miles, and he's just honestly like, he's just an ass. He's like mean to her, pretty much in my opinion gaslighting her, because like she could tell that he's falling in love with her, but he doesn't want to like admit it. So I feel like, you know, that's kind of gaslighting her. And there are points in this book where he's like, oh, she doesn't know what pain is. I run a marathon of pain. I like keep pain alive every day of my life. And I'm like, who Just go to therapy. If it's that big of an issue, just go to therapy. And this man needs therapy, to be honest. But yeah, I just started talking about this without even mentioning what this book's about. But I'm pretty sure everyone knows Ugly Love by Colin Hoover here on BookTube. But if you don't, it's pretty much about like this pilot man and our main character Tate. And they begin this kind of like no strings attached type relationship because Miles can't love ever again because he doesn't know how to love, and obviously they fall in love because those situations never work out. And yeah, but the guy Miles is just so like he's like oh secretive, and you can't ask him any questions about like his personal life or whatever. Like, you're so important, like shut up. But yeah, I think this is like a 2.5 for me because I just had a big issue with the way that this is written. Like, I feel like it's really romanticizing this type of like relationship, and like, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything, so I won't say more, but alrighty friends, I am headed to the post office, and I forgot to mention that I'm mailing Jordan from Storybook Solid. She was interested in You Make a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. I got an arc of this and I was so grateful, but I've tried an Akwaeke Emezi book before and it just wasn't for me. Maybe this one could have been for me, but I'm just haven't been in the mood to pick this up at all, so I figured if someone else is interested and they really want to read it, why not give it to someone who's actually gonna read it and not let it collect dust in their room. So yeah, I'm headed to the post office now.
Okay.
Hi friends, good afternoon. So I just got home and it's about to be 6 p.m. So I got off at 5 and I stopped at Aldi for a few things. And yeah, now I'm home. I am starving, so I'm about to make some dinner. But I wanted to update that I did start the audiobook for Only Human, which is the 3rd book in the Sleeping Giants series. Really enjoying it, and it's a really quick audiobook and also a very short book. And the format, it's like interview format, so it's really easy to listen to. And I am 70% in. Like, I'm almost done with this book. But yeah, I'm about to go inside, make dinner, and I also have to meal prep for the next 2 days for lunch for the office. So that's gonna take a chunk of my time, and then I have a book club discussion at 8:30 with Alicia from Alicia Guzman. So hopefully I get to finish Only Human, and then in the evening I get to tackle some of the manga and the graphic novels that I mentioned, and maybe, just maybe, I can start one more book. Alright friends, so like I said, I am starving and I could not be bothered to cook, so my mom made dinner, random dinner also. She made rice and like a hash brown casserole, and she made chicken, but she had made me steak yesterday that I didn't eat, so I'm eating steak with it. Hi friends, so I am in bed and I was so exhausted from my day, so I'm really excited to be in bed. But I kept listening to the Only Human audiobook on my phone as I was editing this reel. So I did this little like come with me to donate some arcs at a little free library reel, so I was just editing that together, and now I have to do the voiceover, so I'm taking a little break from Only Human. And also I only have about an hour left of Only Human, so I might be done with that soon, and I still have about an hour until I have to do the book club discussion. So yeah, I still haven't picked up any of the graphic novels, and I'm kind of nervous because I'm really tired, but we'll see. Hi friends, come donate some arcs with me today. So I asked all of you, where do you usually donate your arcs to, and y'all said little free libraries, which I don't know why I didn't think of that, but yeah, I had a whole bunch of arcs that I honestly just couldn't get to, so I just donated them to this little free library, and this one is located at Metropolitan Coffee in Cleveland, Ohio, if you're in the area. Wow, one take. That never happens. Hi friends, so it is 8 p.m. I have a half hour until the live show, but I wanted to come on here and update that I just finished Only Human by Sylvain Neuvel. I really enjoyed this. It's low-key wild that I started the audiobook while I was at work this morning and that I'm completely done with this book in one day. Literally did that with Ugly Love yesterday, and I had like 40 pages left and I finished those up this morning, and it's just so wild. I've been like reading books like really crazily fast the past couple of days, so I guess that's good. I'm gonna be giving this book also a 3 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think it is the weakest out of like the trilogy. I do believe this is a trilogy and not like a longer series, but I could be completely wrong about that. But if you haven't tried this series, I definitely recommend it. Like I said, this is a 3.5 star. It is the weakest one in the series for a conclusion. I felt like the books were progressively getting better. So like the first one was pretty good. It was a 4-star for me, and the second one was a 5-star. And I read it at the beginning of the year, so it's not like I waited too long to continue because I remembered most things from the last book. But anyway, if you're like not too much into sci-fi but you do want to try it, this is a really like simple series to start off with when it comes to sci-fi, because some sci-fi books can be really intimidating, and these ones are really good. There are some really funny characters, and they're like really funny scenes in general, honestly. So this is just a really solid series. The finale, like, it wasn't the best, but it's obviously like really hard to wrap up a series like this. So yeah, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I picked it up. And I feel terrible. I think my boyfriend bought me this, but I literally listened to the audiobook from start to finish. Like sometimes I will listen to the audiobook and follow along, or sometimes I'll listen to the audiobook and then read physically, whatever. I literally listened to the whole thing, and I didn't even open this. Like, this is a brand new book. Sorry, my boyfriend was texting me, but I think I'm definitely gonna keep this because I love the series, so I can't wait to put it all together on my shelf and look at the spines and see it all pretty on my bookshelf. Yeah, after that, I do still have those graphic novels that I mentioned, the manga Jujutsu Kaisen, and then Remarkably Ruby. Remarkably Ruby is chunkier, but I do think it might be easier to read, so I think I'm gonna pick that up for the last half hour that I have here before my live show with Alicia. I think I'm gonna start this, and then we'll see what happens. Hi friends, so I am still on the same spot that you saw me last. I just finished my book club discussion, well, not my book club, but the book discussion for Alicia's book club, Lit in Translation. It was so nice. Honestly, the discussion was about a half hour, but we were probably on a stream, not live, but privately too. We were probably talking for about like an hour or more. Alicia is such a good friend. I love her so much. If you don't know her book club, it's called Lit in Translation, and she picks a translated piece of literature and she reads it alongside somebody else, and then they discuss once a month. And I love Alicia. If you're not subscribed to Alicia or follow her on Instagram, please go do that. I'll leave her link, all of her links down below. But yeah, I love Alicia so much, and I just really needed that like talk with her today. But yeah, right now actually I'm on stream, private friends, with this one. Hey. Hello.
What's up, vlog?
What are we gonna do? We're gonna read?
Yeah. Wait, hold on, let me do my intro again.
Okay.
What up, big pimps?
Okay, bye. Good morning. I tried the little sleek bun like Kendall Jenner, and I don't know if it's for me. Okay, so I wanted to do a little wrap up because the readathon is now over. It's been over for about 3 hours or so. It is currently 8 a.m. so I was getting ready for work, but I wanted to talk about my reads. So like I mentioned, I finished at the beginning of the readathon Ugly Love by Colin Hoover, and I read 40 pages of this. And then I moved on to Only Human by Sylvain Neuvel, and I started and finished this during the 24-hour readathon, and this was 336 pages. And then last night I picked up the graphic novel that I was talking about, and I thought it was a graphic novel, and it is not. This is Remarkably Ruby, and I ended up reading about 100 pages of this. But this is actually more of like a middle grade. It reminds me of the series that I used to read when I was in like elementary school, called Dear Dumb Diary. And this is, like, there's actual text in here, and it's like, there are drawings, but there is some pages that are more like a little bit more text than drawings, so it's like an actual book. But yeah, I read 100 pages of this, and this is pretty much following two young girls in like middle school, and one of them is super shy and has a lot of social anxiety, and like I can relate a lot. And she really likes poetry, and then the other girl also kind of is dealing with anxiety, which I really like that this is in a middle grade type of book, because I feel like I never knew that when I was younger, and I always thought that I was just like weird, and that I didn't really know that social anxiety was like a thing. But the other girl is also like struggling through her things in middle school, and she's running for like class president, and they both go to the same school, but so far they haven't really interacted. But like I said, I read about 100 pages, and this is like 400 pages long, so it is a pretty quick read. Like I read those 100 pages in like maybe half hour, 20 minutes. But yeah, I thought it was like straight up a graphic novel, and it is not. And then last night I put this down, and I actually started the audiobook for the Spanish Love Deception, and I read about 86 pages of this one, and I'm really enjoying this, and that is super surprising because I usually don't love romance, but I'm really enjoying this so far. And yeah, so this one's pretty much about this girl and her sister's getting married. She is originally from Spain, so she has to travel to Spain for her sister's wedding, and she's been lying to her family, telling her family that she has a boyfriend, like an American boyfriend, and they're all expecting her to bring this boyfriend, but she doesn't have a boyfriend. So she somehow, some way, she ends up going, I'm assuming, like so far it doesn't look like it's going towards that direction, but it's obvious it's a romance that it's going to happen. But she's going to go with like this coworker that she hates, Mr. Aaron, and yeah, it's pretty cute so far, and it's really easy to listen to. So I listened to it last night and got 80 pages done, but I'm gonna continue reading this physically because I'm really into it. So yeah, so in this 24-hour readathon I read 562 pages. I basically will say that I only completed one book, which was Only Human. Yeah, I basically only completed Only Human because Ugly Love I had already started, and then I started these two, and honestly there's only like 4 more days left in the month, but I'm like super confident that I can finish the Spanish Love Deception in this one. And this 24-hour readathon like really knocked out like a lot of the books that I wanted to finish in July, so I'm really glad that I joined very last minute. But yeah, so that is it for this 24-hour readathon vlog. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.